Max is one of my best friends, and with working with him and his team over a month, it changed my entire outlook on what I want to focus on, but to put as much pain, suffering and loss upon the invading Russian forces as much as we can, what I often call preventative medicine. It's not what you did yesterday or what you're going to do, it's what you're doing right now. For me, anyway.
For us it's hard to plan. We just have an order and we go, we move. Every hour something may change. We may change position. The situation may change. We may go front.
What's the
storming the positions or something else.
What's the least amount of days you've spent in one area to go work?
This is the longest, I think.
Now?
Yes, more than a month. Actually, before that we were 2 weeks, not more. We were always moving, like in that horror zombie movies.
Yeah,
you never see
you shoot the zombie and you have to shoot him in the head or he doesn't die, but more zombies keep coming. So then you move to a different stage and it always turns into more zombies.
Our commanders always find some interesting job.
I love this word in Ukraine, interesting. Brandon, we're going to an interesting area. It's like, what do you mean? Well, many people are dying. You call this interesting? Well, yes, because it's not us who are dying. If it's us who are dying, then it is dangerous.
Yes. It's like that.
It's an interesting area.
Так, это конец. I will put the last one. The last one is the hardest.
You just have to put more pressure.
Yes.
This is 100 round belt?
Yes. There is more 200, but it's not comfortable to work with it.
Very heavy.
Not heavy, it's not fixable on the machine gun. It's for trenches, for the positions.
So
200. You just open the box and you could not fix 200 round box on the machine gun. It's not made for it. It's just for the position. You open the box, you work.
So if
like for the 50s caliber Browning M2. The same. You just open, you work and throw away.
If you're not working with Predator pack, you would have normal backpack. How many 100 round boxes would you take with you?
I take
for one
actually
night?
From 3 to 5.
Plus the one that's on it.
Yes. Nearly 600 rounds every day.
And do other guys in the squad carry more or only you?
No, they carry rifles, infantry rifles, 545 and Dragunov sniper rifles. The heaviest things I carry.
What happens when you run out of ammo? You have rifle as well?
Till this moment I always use ammo carefully. I don't use much. I try to shoot I try to make single shots more.
Yeah.
Maximum 2-3.
Cigar?
2-3. Yes. Is it okay for Facebook?
Yeah, it's my YouTube. I say fuck and shit, and I don't mean to be that way, but it's my nature, and sometimes I try not to swear, but then I don't tell the truth. I don't work with you. We just live together till they
till the rocket came.
Till they blow up our house. But it's nothing special, and it because half of my war is the internet, and the more I say it's not special, the more people say, "Ooh, it is special, Brandon. Don't forget you're." But the more you focus on other people, it's like the more it comes back on me, like a good guy.
Well, actually, it's the nature.
Do you understand?
It's a nature of war. War, it's an awful thing, but it always accumulates extraordinary people, extraordinary situations, something supernatural, something unexpected. War is how to say, it's horrible to say, but from other side is a wonderful thing, because you understand a lot of things. You see people from other side. The people that you will never speak, talk, or live together in a normal, peaceful life. You're living together, you're fighting together, you're eating together. You know anything about each other. Yes, maybe when the war will end, all of us will just separate, spread to our caves, our flats, our houses, to our
families,
children.
our
We will
dogs.
forget everything.
But
Because the rest of my life I want to spend only with family. I want to travel so much with my family. I had to be this time maybe in Vietnam or Turkey in recreational, just having vacation, having time, swimming in a sea.
everything prepares for the next step in life. If I did not have Corona, lose my business, lose my money, have to go work for a living, because I don't consider my previous work. I love doing it, but it prepared me for here. Your daughter out of school. It was the same here in Ukraine as everywhere else.
Yes.
You could not work for some time.
No, we were working. This was few weeks where there were no work, but I was working in the whole face mask.
Yeah.
3M mask, whole face mask. My boys also worked. We were like cosmonauts, astronauts. It was hard to breathe, but I said use. And we get Corona after maybe 2 months when it started, when everyone was sick.
Yeah.
We were preventing it. Yes, my child, my wife, they were at home, but I had to work. I was working. And when there were no work, I gave my cars and my boys as drivers, and they were delivering food and medical supplies and treatments to the hospitals, to people, to elder people, to pensioners, to the invalid people.
Disabled.
Well, I always try to be in action. Always try to move. I use all the situations as normal. It happens, okay, it happens, so we have to move forward. This new situation, you have to fix your loss, step over and keep going. So you focus on the problem, you step over and you're going. Okay, you have to look for possibilities in every situation. You have to, it's life. We are parts of this mechanism. Actually, in this war, me and other warriors, we are not even the small wheels in this mechanism. We are like grease on that mechanism, on the small mechanism.
Actually, technically, you are the mechanism. I am the grease that keeps it moving. I am Rishala.
Well, the price of human,
you are the actual
life.
metal. I am not even component. I am
the price of human life is much less now, much less than in Vietnam War or Second World War, because of those weapons. Drones everywhere. Drones are dropping. Drones are bombing. Drones are suicide drones. They see you. They watch you. They correct artillery. If there were no drones, I think the war will be much more different. I think we will win it, because it's, the partisan. We use like partisan tactics sometimes. That's why Ukrainian army,
boys
and
do.
because of the drones, partisan tactics are not useful.
Because they see everything.
Most of the time. So
Who are those four guys moving over there?
You need positions. You need to hold the positions. You need to dig a lot, dig deep. Always, the biggest instrument in this war is
Shovel.
shovel. Yes, the shovel is the main weapon of this war.
We're going back in
always
time.
dig. Everyone's dig. If a real says so, it's digging. Reconnaissance, it's digging. Ordinary infantry, digging. Engineers, digging. Tanks, digging too much. Big holes.
Yeah.
All the time. You need trees, you need nets.
I remember in
You use
Bakhmut,
wood.
they were digging
It's hard.
in the city. in the city, breaking
Yes.
up the ground and
digging, everywhere digging. Everywhere you see, you dig. You dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. I can work on cemetery. I will be very rich, man. I can dig good holes. Fast.
yeah, and you need to dig them fast here.
Yes.
Here
in the night.
and
in the night, you
and
just
in the west.
Yeah, you just come to the positions like day before. We were digging in the night under artillery, very very massive artillery strikes, because we were just on the frontest line. We dig not much, because we were there for maybe 6 hours, because it was not possible to be there for much long time. Because the drones are coming, they are correcting, they shooting us. Counter battery is not well doing. Our artilleries could not detect the enemy positions. So we were after the time came, after we finished digging, we were running fast through the mud, through the fields, and other boys after come, they also dig fast and also go. In that only in the night, because in the day it's even more dangerous. Drones also have thermal scopes, they see everything. If you have night vision, it's much easier. If it's a field, it's hard to detect you. Maybe matrices, matris 30, T30,
Yeah.
not a big one. It can see through 10 kilometers maybe and detect with thermal cameras any kind of vehicle. And you even don't need to fly far. You just the drone just holds the position flying just upon you, and you can see far from the positions. You can see enemies, they see you, you see them.
In 1 year, in 13 months, 14 months,
14 months.
things you learn that you shouldn't know.
Well, actually, we were not participating in a war much the previous year. We are participating in a war only a few months ago. Well, in the beginning and now.
You were training?
But yes, we were training for a year. But here, your trainings are useless only when you meet the practical education, practical situation. If something happens, only when you can see this. You need to see war, you need to feel it, you need to participate in it. No education can substitute the practice.
Yeah.
You need to sit in a trench, you need to move, you need to sit under to feel artillery strikes on you. Will you panic or not? Will you do right things or you will fail? Here everything, all this knowledge on your выживаемость, your
experience?
No, not experience. Your vitality.
Your personal.
Your experience. It depends on your experience. How long you will live, how long you will survive. On the war, it's very dangerous to be tired. You always, inside, your moral health has to be high, because if you're tired psychologically, it's very dangerous. Your moral always has to be high. Even small depression, a little bit depression, can grow up to a huge black hole that will suck you.
I see it.
And it will finish you. So your moral here has to be high always. A lot of people, they don't live with the victory. They don't think about the victory.
Many of them become avatars.
Yes, lots of people drink alcohol, sometimes people can use drugs, but in our team or people that surrounds me, I don't know such situations, because we're trying to fight with that. It's awful, because you may be an alcoholic or how to use narcoman. You use drugs, addict to drugs. It may cause casualties not for you. You may be the reason of casualties of your comrades. You know, maybe our nation has to be addicted to these wars. Everyone has to help, everyone has to do something, but how long will they manage such temp of living? 1 year, 2 years. So people are trying to live like before, normally, as much as it's possible. And I think it's okay. People go to restaurants, people go to the shops, go to work. They're trying to live normal. They pay taxes. They are holding the normal level of living.
Netflix.
What Netflix?
It's a thing where you pay money every month and you go on your phone or your computer, you click and you can watch a movie.
Yes.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's the same old shit.
So people are trying to live, and lots of military are angry that they say that, look, you're living here okay, your living is okay, you're living peacefully and we are fighting, and you don't think about us, you don't think about war. Well, people are tired. War is not for everyone. For people it's also not very not easy to think about war all the time. So people, I think some people have to live normal life, and our debt and our aim to keep that normal living, to protect their normal living. Actually, we are also fighting here for freedom, yes, but also we are fighting for the warm houses, for normal hot water, for electricity, for gas, for normal living.
For pizza.
Yes, for pizza, for sushi, for
holiday with the
we are
family.
living to keep. We are here fighting to keep people live normally, like they were living before. For happiness of the people, for happiness of our children. But people are still dying, and it's awful.
So other people in Ukraine, other people around the world don't even need to think about this, and they can watch Kardashians or give us an award in Eurovision and be proud of themselves because they were nice to Ukraine. I don't know.
No one will understand war until it will come to your yard, until it will come to your house, until the rocket will hit your house or hit your relatives or kill someone.
Kill your friends.
You will never understand it. How can you understand the starving people in Africa, for example, or how can you understand the poor people in India, for example? They have nothing also. How can we understand the people that are sitting in a jail in Russia, for example, for nothing because of the corrupted courts? You will never understand it until you will feel it on your skin. And some people are running from this war. They don't want to hear anything from it. And it's their nature. I'm not a judge to judge them. Just it happens what happens. Someone has to fight and someone wants to live. Sometimes I think that the world is gone crazy.
But I get to meet you here, and it's all the good people, and
as I said, war accumulates a lot of supernatural, a lot of people, very unexpected situation, unexpected people you meet. This is a wonder of the war. It collects supernatural things. It depends on motivation. If you want something and want it want it hard, you will learn, you will get, you will buy, you will find resources. You know, in Ukraine we say there's someone who wants looks for possibilities. There's someone who doesn't want looks for explains
Problems,
not problems.
analysis.
Ищет оправдания, explanations. If you don't want to do something, you use explanations. When you want to do something, you use possibilities.
You know,
It depends on the person, on the motivation. I was motivated, and I'm still motivated. Maybe not that much like before, because we are all burning out. It's hard to live in this rhythm of life. But due to the time, the motivation is substitutes with the experience. And if you're experienced enough, so you need less motivation, less time to do the same work.
you can do it smarter.
In the beginning, you need a bigger motivation because you need to learn, you need to get smarter, you need to gain information, suck it from all the resources, from all the possible people.
Your boys, that was the first time I ever did IV in the dark, in like mud, glass, blood, panic. I've done it in buildings, hospitals, in an ambulance, and it's not much, but to me it was, because
Hands are shaking, you're thinking too much.
but my first time
thoughts.
in that situation, but that's practical skills, and I never do drugs, or I never deal with drugs and IV and different medicine before Ukraine. And Rebecca was my first teacher, and I didn't see her for almost a year, and we come back together. But you have experience and you're tired. In January, 10 foreigners died in Bakhmut. If you count December in the Legion, more, but one man, so smart, so experienced, American guy, I'm going to do this and this, medical NGO. I will do this in Bakhmut. And he asked to talk to me, because I'm known amongst the foreigners, and I was tired. I was like, good, you're moving too fast. You're moving. I'm only 2 years older than him, but I'm talking to him like a dedushka, you know, like, you're moving too fast, go slower. And he got himself killed in 3 weeks. And all his knowledge, education, experience.
Yes, he was motivated, but not experienced enough.
He drove into the open, and he stayed in the open, and the Russians shoot him with anti-tank guided missile. But I don't know, your experience. We're certainly doing things different than when we started.
From day to day, we are correcting ourselves. I think if he could survive after 1, 2, 3 months, it will be the different person, far more different.
And
well, don't work hard, work smart.
this is certainly in my life. I can only speak for me here, but the war life is like normal life. When you get older, you realize you can try to force everything to happen, but no, you can be prepared and do your best, and sometimes things just happen. Sometimes good things too.
Yes.
Like how
we
we
met
come
together, and it's already a good thing.
You changed the course of. I'm always trying to buy radios. I'm always trying to buy generators. but through you, I always wanted to do it, but now it's
Well, as
solution.
I, as I,
The
as I
solution,
told
the true
before,
solution.
As I told before, if we were winning this war, as it not now, because in this situation we are losing rounds, we are losing people far more faster than it has to be. Actually, we don't have to lose, but we are losing. We need some other help. Actually, we need weapons. We need something that can help us stop this invasion. Even in last summer, after HIMARS came, it gave us a huge support. We regained the Kharkiv Oblast region, the Kherson region. And that's because of the heavy artillery, guided missiles, and the help of our partners from abroad. Now we are waiting for new weapons, new ammo. Maybe something will change, but at this moment it's hard, and we need, well, actually something more than generators and medicine. Also, we of course need it, but in this case, yes, it can save life, and it saves life. But actually everyone, as I know, everyone has a tourniquet. All the brigades have generators, and in the beginning it was leak of everything. But now actually we need weapons, and we need something that can improve our skills, make us better, make us faster, make us more accurate.
You've been able to collect money and resources through your Facebook.
Yes.
How I think about this all the time, the volunteers, and I used to think maybe 20% of the war is on the volunteers, because like the governments give us artillery, the governments give us HIMAR, Humvee. I don't see this on the list, but volunteers, some people, no, I only want to help with medical. No, I want to help refugees. I had to, this really hurt me, you know. I never told you this, but you know, some people overseas listen to what I say, and Ukrainian woman in Canada, she asked me could I record a video for fundraising event in Alberta, which is the richest province, oblast in Canada. I mean, so rich. And I said,
British Columbia, yes?
near British Columbia, by the mountains. And I said, what is the money for that you're raising? She says, it's for Ukraine medical efforts and for refugees in Alberta. And I said, refugees in Alberta? This is the richest place in Canada, and Ukrainians are some of the smarter immigrants you will ever get. When I was in Alberta, I had a job in 2 days. They gave me a check for $600 if I could prove I was new resident. Welcome to Alberta. To buy work equipment. I spent it on alcohol. I was young, but she said to me, she says, the local government council people who help me, good people, they say you will not get much support if it's for Ukraine medical, not army, medical, which could be army too. She says they want to see their money in their community, you know, so they can feel good. This is me interpreting, so they can say they're great people, look what we're doing. But, you know, so many volunteers from overseas, no, I only want to buy this. But I've bought a lot of, I've got a lot of these donated. I've used a lot of these, and it seems to me I'm tired of them. Like, I need them, but I'm tired of people only wanting to give tourniquets. It's like they want to say Slava Ukraine, and they love to say Slava Ukraine.
Sometimes we have more tourniquets than people can use, because some people...
And we will always need more, but...
It's an, how to say, it's a thing for extreme situations. So, in Ukraine we say, you have a mill, you know, windmill.
Yeah.
If you had a mill, you also need a wind to that mill. It means that when you have such thing, you need to have something and you have to use it.
Yes.
Because when there is a critical situation, you may start panic, you may forget everything, you may forget how to use it. So you need to the instrument, you need also experience, you need your head. You say mozgi, you need brains. You can have the best instrument or stanki, you can have everything, but if you do not know how to use it, it's useless.
Ukraine is not going to win this war by putting tourniquets on Ukrainians.
Yes.
Ukraine is going to win this war by putting bullets in Russians and making Russians put tourniquets on their boys.
If they don't want to stop, we have to stop them. And the tourniquet will not help us in that. Only weapon can stop this war. We didn't start it, but we will finish it. That's the reason.
You know,
And we have to move, because it's not the question of Russians can stop. We could not, because Russians can go home and we don't have any other home. We will be just eliminated if we will stop struggling. Even if Russians will come, they will win. They will put everyone in jail. They will break psychology. They will
shoot us and put us in
shoot
holes.
someone. They will shoot someone. They will rape someone. They will kill. After few years of such life, we will think that it was better to die struggling, not living in such peace. So Russian peace and Ukrainian peace are different words.
Medicine is to prolong life, to save life, but it also prolongs suffering.
Yes, it is.
And it's always been in my heart, but we didn't meet by chance. So my own personal goals now, I will always fundraise for Army Medical, and next winter we'll need more generators, and this is a fact. But I want to
Actually, it's not expensive for. I heard a lot from the American people on YouTube, on Facebook, that why we are helping Ukraine. It's our. We have our own problems in our country. It's paid from our bills, from our taxes. You take
true.
our money to help someone abroad. Well, actually, the first thing I will say to that, you're not paying much, because some person in United States just make a count how much does every American person or family pays for the Ukrainian war. And one family in United States pays nearly $14 every month to help Ukraine in this war. And I'm asking myself, is it much, $14, for an ordinary American family to save, maybe I will not say such populistic or such, like to save democracy in the world, just to save our lives? If you love your democracy so much, is it so much paying $14 each month from your taxes? You even don't feel it. You don't take this money from your pocket. You will pay these taxes anyway. And you're helping us struggling in the middle of Europe. Just maybe some of you people never learned history, or never learned about the Nazis, never learned about the totalitarianism, about Stalin, Hitler, Pinochet, or maybe how it was in Burma,
Pol Pot.
Pol Pot, yes. Some people, some of my comrades, they don't speak English. They really do not understand what I'm talking about. And they just were sitting nearby and jealous, eating Snickers.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, we always need more tourniquets. We always need more Snickers, but
we need to stop war.
right now we've got plenty of Snickers.
Well, what I want to say is that the tourniquet will not stop war. It will have to survive, but it will not stop war. We need to change something. We need to change it fast. And we need to finish this war. Actually, Russia is fighting corruption, is building new facilities, just for evil, not to make their people live better, not for better living, not for peaceful living. They have no other chance to win. They are changing their life for better. They are changing their country now to kill us. Actually, to bomb us, for bombing us, for using rockets to produce ammunition, to produce ammo, to produce new tanks. Don't listen to the television when they say that Russians are they are out of ammo, out of tanks, out of rockets, out of everything. In a few weeks they will capitulate. It will not happen. They are spreading fog into your eyes, showing for Second World War tanks, old machines, old tanks, old armored vehicles, but in fact they are producing brand new tanks and armory and rockets and
On the trains heading to Ukraine.
Yes, no, they put them in the hangars in Russia, and they are preparing the huge wave. And when they will have enough of new armory and new weapons, they will open the second front, and they will. It will be like the second Chechen war, I want to say, because the first time they failed, they thought that just a lot of iron and not very well trained people will be enough. Ukrainians showed that they will struggle. They will not live under Russians. They will not live with their rules. They understood that they have to change something to win this war, and they are changing. Russia is very far from the falling down. We need to finish it now, finish it here. Russians has to pay more price. They have to pay more. If they will not, how I want to say, die faster, we will die. For us, it's not the tactic. Russian tactics is to occupy territories, gain territories. Our tactic now is, for us, it's impossible to retake the territories, because for us it's impossible to hold them. So our taking is only the maximum casualties of our enemy. The maximum casualties. Only maximum casualties can bring us to victory. Russians has to be finished much more earlier than we are. And that's the point.
So now you know why I'm buying thermals, why I bought a drone.
Make our infantry more effective. Make our reconnaissance more effective. We have lots of good specialists that can operate the FPV drones, FPV kamikaze drones, that can operate thermals. As I showed, one machine gun can shoot accurate at 800 meters to the standing person. for example. It could be vehicle. If it's vehicle, you will shoot maybe 1 kilometer with a thermal scope. As I saw in the video before, me and Brandon, we were lying with a machine gun. It's Kalashnikov machine gun, and we were shooting with a thermal scope through the iPhone, and I just push the trigger.
With the iPhone.
He was targeting with iPhone. I just pushed the trigger, and time after time we hit the target.
I haven't fired a machine gun since maybe 2007. Don't even think of one. And even me, I can engage a target at 450, 500 meters, no problem.
Yes.
Very accurate, with no training. Imagine with training and experience what
Yes, experienced
What
and
you can do, my
scoped with good thermal scope, you have far more chances to hit the target
Make
and
them
to
pay.
be effective.
Make
yes.
them pay. You want a meter of ground in Bakhmut, you pay for it.
But it will cost you so much. They want some city, maybe they will get it, but they will get it with colossal casualties.
They will pay.
They have to pay for each town that they burned, each perinatal center, each kindergarten, each house. They will pay. They have to pay. They have to be defeated. There is no way of peaceful living with nowadays Russia. Something has to change. They have to be defeated. They have to be judged by the military courts. The world has to judge them. But before that happens, we need to win this war. In Russian schools, they still, in history, they don't teach students and pupils about the dividing of Poland, because actually Nazi forces and Soviet forces, they were in great friendship before the war. And then they were doing horrible things, killing and deporting and judging and sending people to prison massively, thousands. This time already came back. The history is spinning.
Better to stop them now.
If we will not stop now, this fire will burn everywhere. So we have all to come together and fight for the one front. And Brandon is helping us so much.
It's not just me, there's thousands of
They gave
volunteers.
so many for our group and to other people. Well, no one actually on this war helped me so much like Brandon and Rebecca.
You're easy to help.
Sometimes for me it's not easy to take this help because you're actually helping so much, and sometimes I don't feel myself comfortable because of that. But I will help, I will explain, I will teach Brandon as much as I can, what I can tell him or what I can teach him. That's how we are living now.
Yeah, I'm just tired of people. I'm tired in Ukraine of other foreigners who are medical professionals. God bless them. Please come, more come. And it's like, oh, where can my ambulance work? Where can on the Slovyansk highway to Bakhmut, it was like ambulance taxi. There was no Kherson, so they had nowhere to go. Who can we help? Who can we help? And there's so much of this help. There's so much tourniquets. There's so much. It's never enough because medical is, if you have this today, you don't have that today. But it's like, this is fucking simple. Simchistva 762, and it's there is not enough of this help. Bigger help. And then if we don't have enough of this, we're gonna need a lot more of.
Because enemy is not not standing still. It's not sitting on one place. It's moving.
It's like learn to make a drone, like Dmitry. Learn to make a drone.
Russia is learning. Russia is planning. Russia is changing. It already changed so much. It's changing the economical situation. Russia's economy is still very strong. It's strong enough to fight, to product, and to invent, even to invent.
To do without. People think, oh, the sanctions are hurting Russia.
No.
It's like,
actually they're not.
I'm comfortable Westerner. I shit
Russia
in a fucking
has
hole
China.
in
Russia
Donbas.
has China. You have to understand that if Russians could not buy something in Europe or in United States or somewhere else, they can buy the same from China, because China producing same things. Lots of details and components are mostly produced in China. It's China who could not give to Europe or to United States.
70% of Russians still shit in a hole outside. Like, when you think of sanctions,
yes.
How bad can you really hurt these people?
They can live.
They don't live like us.
Yes,
before I came to Donbas.
They are strong. Russians are also. They are very strong. They know how to fight, and they also fight very good. And if they have so much thermal, so much scopes, we need the same. So help to soldiers, help to infantry, because infantry will finish this war. We need rockets, of course we need rockets, but we need to save the soldier's life also. You could not affect the situation with rockets. You could not affect your governors to give us rockets or to give bombs, but you can affect giving us scopes, giving us drones, and to help with, like I said, with anything you want. If you don't want to help with drones or scopes, you can help us with medicine, you can help with generators.
We got a lot of help in that area.
It's actually, even working in your country, just living there, just living your normal everyday life and paying only $14 from your taxes, you're not paying it from your pocket, it's enough. Don't be against Ukraine. That's what I want to say. Because if you are against us, you are against a normal, peaceful living. We didn't start this war. You know it. Everyone knows it. The world gave us 8 years to prepare. And we were preparing, we were trying to do our best. But you know, we have a lot of inner enemies. We have a lot of corrupted politics. Yes, we have lots of problems. We ask you for help. Help us. And we will fight for us. We will fight for a peaceful living. And the war will never come to you. And Russia and American soldiers will not die from shooting of Russian soldiers. So Russian soldiers will not kill your soldiers. Aren't you enough with Iraq, Afghanistan war, for example, and Vietnam? It took a lot of lives. Well, actually, here is how many soldiers died in Vietnam, American? Maybe 50,000.
That number seems about. Somebody in the comments
yes,
will correct us.
Here in Ukraine, in few months are dying more soldiers than died in Vietnam during all the war, Afghanistan war and others. This war is very different. It's much more bloody, much more people are dying.
Let's go get something to eat.
Okay. You will cut maybe some things not has to be here.
I don't know.